guys, I'm back and today I will read for you chapter 5 of Teddy Robinson stories. Teddy Robinson goes to the dancing class. One Saturday morning, Teddy Robinson saw that Deborah was putting on her best dress. "Where are we going?" he said. "To a dancing class," said Deborah. "To learn to dance. Won't it be fun?" "What? Me?" "Yes, you can come too. Will you like that?" "I don't think I'd better dance," said Teddy Robinson, "but I shall like to come and watch." So he waited while Deborah put on her best socks and shoes, and had a red ribbon tied in her hair. Then Deborah brushed his fur with a doll's hair brush, and they were all ready to go. "Oh, my shoes," said Deborah. "Where are they?" "On your feet," said Teddy Robinson, surprised. "No, not these shoes," said Deborah. "I meant by my dancing shoes. I've got some new ones. They are very special. Pink, with ribbons to keep them on." "Well, I never," said Teddy Robinson. "You have gone grand and grow up. Fancy having special shoes to dance in." "Mommy had the new shoes already in a bag. You can see them when we get there," she said. So they all set off. Mommy carrying the new shoes, Deborah hopping and skipping all the way, and Teddy Robinson singing to himself as he bounced up and down in her arms. Hoppity skip, hoppity skippity, rin tin tin, special shoes for dancing in, pink with ribbons, well, fancy that. I'd dance myself if I wasn't so fat. When they got there, Teddy Robinson stopped singing, and Deborah stopped hopping and skipping. And they followed Mommy into the cloakroom. Deborah changed into the new shoes and had her hair brushed all over again. And then they all went into the big hall. Mary Jane was there in a pale yellow dress with a frilly petticoat, and Caroline with pink ribbons to match her potty frock, and there was Andrew in blue corduroy velvet trousers and shoes with silver buckles on them. "Hello, Teddy Robinson," said Andrew. "Have you come to dance?" "Not today," said Teddy Robinson. "I didn't bring my shoes." "He is going to watch," said Deborah, and she put him down on an empty chair in the front row. Then she ran off to talk to Mary Jane and Caroline. All the mothers and aunties and nurses who had come to watch the class were chatting together in the rows of chairs behind Teddy Robinson. And on the chair next to him sat a large walkie-talkie doll wearing a pink frilled dress with a ribbon sash. She was sitting up very straight, smiling and staring in front of her. Teddy Robinson wondered whether to speak to her. But just then a lady came in and sat down at the piano, and a moment later the teacher, whose name was Miss Silver, came into the hall. Teddy Robinson decided he had better not start talking now, as the class was about to begin. Instead, he listened to all the mothers and aunties and nurses who had all begun talking to the children at once, in a busy, whispering voice. "Stand up nicely, point your toes. Here's your hanky, blow your nose. Don't be shy now, do your best, make it up, and follow the rest. Where's your hanky? Do you blow? There's the music, off you go." Then the children all ran into the middle of the floor, and the dancing class began. Teddy Robinson sitting tidily on his chair in the front row, thought how jolly it was to be one of the grown-ups who had come to watch, and how lucky he was to belong to the nicest little girl in the class. How pretty she looks in her new pink shoes and her red ribbon, he said to himself. And how well she can dance already. She's doing it quite differently from all the others. When they are doing hop 1, 2, 3, she's doing 1, 2, 3, hop, hop, hop. and it looks so much jollier that way. She's the only one able to do it right. None of the others can keep up with her. He smiled proudly as Deborah went dancing past, her eyes shining, her red ribbon flying. A lady in the row behind whispered to someone else, "Who is that little girl with the red ribbon?" "The one who hops 3 times instead of once." The other lady whispered back, "I don't know. She's new. You can see that, but isn't she enjoying herself? That's her teddy bear on the chair in front." Teddy Robinson pretended he wasn't listening and hummed softly to himself in time to the music. He was pleased that other people had noticed Deborah too. She looked sideways at the walkie-talkie doll. She was still smiling and watching the dancing carefully. Teddy Robinson was glad to think that she was admiring Deborah. When the music stopped and the children paused for breath, Teddy Robinson turned to her. "Aren't you dancing?" he asked. "No," said the doll. "I walk and talk, but I don't dance. I've come to watch." "I've come to watch too," said Teddy Robinson. "I suppose you don't dance either," said the doll, looking at Teddy Robinson's fat tummy. "No, I sing," said Teddy Robinson. "Ah, yeah," said the doll. "I have the figure for it." The children began dancing again, and the lady at the piano played such hoppity-skippity music that Teddy Robinson couldn't help joining in with a little song very quietly to himself. Hoppity-skippity, 1, 2, 3. The best dancer belongs to me. Oh, what a fortunate bear I be. Hoppity-skippity, 1, 2, 3. The walkie-talkie doll turned to Teddy Robinson. "How beautifully she dances," she said. "I'm not surprised. So many people have come to watch her." "Thank you," said Teddy Robinson, bowing slightly and feeling very proud. "Yes, she does dance well, and this is her first lesson." "Oh, no, it's not," said the doll. "I bring her every Saturday. She's had quite a number of lessons already." "I beg your pardon," said Teddy Robinson. "Who are we talking about?" "My little girl, Mary, of course," said the doll, "the one with the yellow curls." "Oh," said Teddy Robinson, "I thought we were talking about my little girl, Deborah, the one with the red ribbon." The doll didn't seem to hear. She was staring at the children with a fixed smile. Miss Silver was arranging them in 2 rows, the girls on one side, the boys on the other. Teddy Robinson and the walkie-talkie doll both kept their eyes fixed on the girls' row. "She looks so pretty, doesn't she?" said the doll. "I do admire her dress, don't you?" "Yeah," said Teddy Robinson. "Look at Deborah. That pale blue suits her so well," said the doll. "Thank you," said Teddy Robinson. "I'm glad you like her, but it isn't pale blue, it's white." "No, oh no, it's pale blue," said the doll. "I helped her mother to choose it myself." Teddy Robinson looked puzzled. "Are you talking about the little girl with the red hair ribbon?" he asked. "No, of course not," said the doll. "Why should I be? I'm talking about Mary." "Whoever is Mary?" said Teddy Robinson. "The little girl we have all come to watch," said the doll. "My little girl. We've been talking about her all the time." "I haven't," said Teddy Robinson. "I've been talking about Deborah." "Deborah?" said the doll. "Whoever is Deborah?" "What a silly creature this doll is," said Teddy Robinson to himself. "She doesn't seem able to keep her mind on the class at all." And he decided not to bother about talking to her anymore. Instead, he listened to Miss Silver, who was teaching the boys and girls how to bow and curtsy to each other. "I must watch this carefully," said Teddy Robinson to himself. "I should like to know how to bow properly. It might come in handy at any time. I might be asked to tea at Buckingham Palace, or happen to meet the Queen out shopping one day. And I should look very silly if I didn't know how to make my bow properly." As the boys all bowed from the waist Teddy Robinson leaned forward on his chairs. "Lower!" cried Miss Silver. The boys all bowed lower, and Teddy Robinson leaned forward as far as he could, but he went just a little too far, and a moment later he fell head over heels onto the floor. Luckily, no one knew he had been practicing his bow. He just thought he had toppled off his chair by mistake, as anyone might, so they took no notice of him. Then it was the girls' turn to curtsy. The line of little girls wobbled and wavered, and Deborah wobbled so much that she too fell onto the floor. But after 3 tries, she did manage to curtsy without falling over, and Teddy Robinson was very proud of her. "Never mind," said Miss Silver, as she said goodbye to them at the end of the class. "You did very well for a first time, but you can't expect to learn to dance in one lesson." "But you did enjoy it, didn't you?" "Oh yes," said Deborah. "It was lovely." "What did she mean?" said Teddy Robinson, as soon as they were outside. "I thought you danced better than anybody." "Oh no," said Deborah. "I think I was doing it all wrong, but it was fun. I'm glad we're going again next Saturday." "Well, I never," said Teddy Robinson. "I quite thought you were the only one doing it right." "Never mind. Did you see when I fell off the chair? That was me trying to bow. I don't think I did it very well either." "You did very well for a first time too," said Deborah. "You can't expect to learn how to bow in one lesson. We must practice together at home, though." "You can learn to bow to me while I'm practicing doing my curtsy. That will be very nice," said Teddy Robinson. "Then, next time we shan't both end up on the floor." That night, Teddy Robinson had a most beautiful dream. He dreamed he was in a very large theater with red velvet curtains tied with large golden tassels on each side of the stage. Every seat in the theater was full. Teddy Robinson himself was sitting in the middle of the front row, and all the people were watching Deborah, who was dancing all alone on the stage with her new pink dancing shoes. She was dressed like a princess in a frilly white dress with a red sash, and she had a silver crown on her head. The orchestra was playing sweetly, and Deborah was dancing so beautifully that soon everyone was whispering and asking who she was. Teddy Robinson heard someone behind him saying, "She belongs to that handsome bear in the front row, the one in the velvet suit and a lace collar." Teddy Robinson looked round, but couldn't see any bear in a velvet suit and lace collar. Then he looked down and saw that instead of his ordinary trousers, he was wearing a suit of beautiful blue velvet with a large lace collar fastened at the neck with a silver pin, and in his lap was a bunch of roses tied with a silver ribbon. "Goodness gracious, they must have meant me," he thought, and felt his fur tingling with pleasure, and excitement. As the music finished and Deborah came to the front of the stage to curtsy, Teddy Robinson felt himself floating through the air with his bunch of roses, and a moment later he landed lightly on the stage beside her. A murmur went up from the audience. "Ah, here's Teddy Robinson himself." Folding one paw neatly across his tummy, he bowed low to Deborah. Then, as she took the roses from him, and they both bowed and curtsied again. Everyone in the theater clapped so loudly that Teddy Robinson woke up and found he was in bed beside Deborah. At first, he was so surprised that he could hardly believe he was really at home in bed. But just then, Deborah woke up too. She rolled over smiling, with her eyes shut, and said, "Oh, Teddy Robinson, I've just had such a beautiful dream. I must tell you all about it." So she did, and the funny thing is that Deborah had dreamed exactly the same dream as Teddy Robinson. She remembered every bit of it. And that is the end of the story about how Teddy Robinson went to the dancing class. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed my reading. Goodbye.